Okay, let's come to the back. Bend the knees, bring your feet a little wider so the knees can support one another. Make them fall into touch. Bringing the hands onto the bottom ribs. Wiggling the shoulders down. Allow the back of the neck to lengthen and we'll close the eyes. And allow ourselves to land in this moment in time. You can begin to notice your inhale and your exhale. You don't even need to change it. And sometimes bringing awareness to the breath is just enough to allow it to slow down. And scan your physical body, checking in with all your places. How's the physical body feeling this morning? Right, and then just roll up into the mental body, the mind. And there's no wrong answer. Just notice. Good. We can reach the arms overhead, give ourselves a bit of a stretch, and then just relax the arms where it feels comfortable. Let the knees separate. Maybe we heel toe the feet a little bit wider and windshield wiper. Let the knees sway from side to side. Noticing how maybe the feet and the ankles, the legs, the hips, the low back feel. Pay attention to your breath. Good, and then bring your knees to center. Heel toe the feet towards one another. We'll hug one knee to chest and then both knees to chest, and we'll do a little swaying here on the low back. Half circles feel great. Knees go down and away. Good, and then let's hold behind the left knee and we'll extend the right leg long. And let your right leg get super heavy. Maybe the feet or knees roll out to the side. Point and flex that left foot. Good, and then slide your right hand on top of the left thigh and then tuck it underneath the left knee again. Guide the knee across and down. It may not land. Reach the left arm up overhead, bicep by ear, arms resting on the floor. Let's look away from the knees. Eyes can still be closed. Full breath in and out here, waking up the spine, the rib cage, the lungs. Slide that left hand back down. We'll roll back onto our back, hug that same knee to chest. Point and flex. Good, and then left foot comes to the floor. Let's hug that right knee into chest. Thumb hold behind the knee. And then straighten the left leg out on the earth and let it relax. Let it be heavy, the muscles, the bones. Point and flex the right foot. And slide the left hand on top of the right thigh, tuck it underneath the right knee, guide the knee across the body and down. Sweep your right arm up overhead, bicep by ear, letting the arm relax on the floor. Look away from the knee. Long breath, slow breath. Do you feel any restriction in like the rib cage? the spine. I'm gonna breathe into those places. Good, right hand can come down, hold behind the right knee again, come onto your back. Point and flex the right foot. And let's bring the left knee to chest too. We can hold behind the knees, rock and roll to seated. And straighten the legs out in front of you. Okay, we're coming to just a passive forward fold. Walk the hands forward and just let yourself fold, no forcing. Let the elbows dangle below the shoulders. Notice where you're feeling it right now. So for me, it's behind the legs, it starts, and then it starts to move. Inhale, come on up to seated. Let's hug the right knee towards chest. Plant the foot onto the earth. Wrap that left hand around the front of the shin. Right hand behind. Inhale, lift through heart. Exhale, twist into your bent knee. Full breaths in and out here. Maybe feeling that little bit of restriction of your thigh. Right? If you can't get a big belly breath, maybe the thigh's right there. Next exhale, let's unwind. We're gonna bring the right hand the right elbow inside the right knee and the left hand behind us. Inhale, lift the heart, face towards the front, and then on the exhale, twist away. Press elbow towards knee. Sign breaths here, maybe. What are you feeling? The ribs, the spine, the back. As you exhale, unwind and let that right knee come to the earth, right foot into the left inner thigh. Inhale, sit up tall, face towards the front. Exhale, twist again towards the right. You can bring that left hand on your top right thigh. Send your breath into your left hip. Now holding on to that top right thigh like you are, keep holding on. Inhale, sweep that right arm up overhead, bicep by ear, and then we'll do this sort of side bend twist. So we're reaching for the outside edge of our left foot. You're gonna fully breathe here. Rolling heart towards the sky rather than towards the earth. Next exhale, release that right thigh. You're gonna fold over your straight left leg. Let your right hand come to the outside edge of your left leg. Inhale, let's come on up to seated. Straighten out that right leg, bend the left knee now, hug it in nice and close. Wrap the right arm around, left arm behind. Inhale, lift through the heart, and then exhale, let's twist into that bent knee. Full long breaths. And we're putting ourselves in these shapes to find where we're a bit sticky. We need to get the blood flowing into places it has a bit of a challenge to get in there because things are sticky. Next exhale, let's unwind. You can bring your right hand right behind you. Left elbow inside of the left knee. Inhale, lift through heart, and then exhale, let's twist away. Press elbow and knee against one another. Breath in. Breath out, unwind. Left knee comes to the earth, left foot to the right inside edge of the thigh, and then we'll just not fold. We'll take the right hand over here to the left thigh and twist into that bent knee. How many of you are feeling things in the ribs? A little stickiness. And let's inhale, sweep that left arm up, bicep by ear. And then we're gonna side bend. Reaching towards the right toes. Okay, roll heart more towards the sky, towards the earth. Be a bit passive, let go. Good, and then we can let the hands slide away from that left thigh. We can fold over the straight right leg. Left hand outside edge of your right leg, fold. Inhale, let's come on up to seated. Extend both legs out in front of you, and for curiosity, let's fold forward once again. Next inhale, let's come on up to seated and make your way into table. And here's where you can use your blocks, and we'll do high table if you have 2 blocks. If not, you still can do everything. But if you want to do this high table, bring your hands onto your blocks, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, sweep left fingertips to the sky. Exhale here, and hand comes down to the block. So we're going to flow back and forth. You know this one. The only little change is we're exhaling at the top there. Good. 3 on either side, or just an equal amount on either side. Come back to your high table, a fan favorite. So bring your knees, have them a fist width apart, curl the toes under, walk your blocks or your hands back towards your knees. You can have your blocks right snugged up against your knees. We'll move into toe squat, but you can keep lots of weight into your blocks or your hands. This video is not going to make YouTube because I forgot to put it on speaker view, so it shows everybody. So I can say it is fall. We've all been wearing our sandals or bare feet. Feet might be a bit achy. Time to get into some more supportive shoes or add them into the roster of footwear. Maybe trying to add a little more weight into the feet. Good, and then hips can come up off those heels. Walk the blocks forward. We'll cross that right ankle in front of the left thigh. This is our bit of balance pose. And then you're going to come high onto the knees. Bring your hands onto your hips so you can press your hips forward. It's a bit like a kneeling pigeon almost. And if you feel balanced today, you can stay this way. If you feel balanced today, we can do a bit of an arm flow. We can inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, side bend. Come back to center. Inhale, sweep left arm up. Exhale, side bend. So do 2 more on either side. Can you close the eyes? Beautiful. Come back to center. Hands can find those blocks or the earth. We can unhook the legs. We've got that other side. So left ankle in front of right thigh. When you're ready, lift off if you want to. Hands can come onto hips. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you're feeling more balanced today and you want to do the arm flow. Inhale, let's do left arm, side bend, center, and switch your sides. We'll do about 3 on either side. When you're ready, hands can come down to the earth or the blocks, and you can unhook the legs, move the blocks off to the side. Plant your hands as wide as the mat. Inhale, curl the toes under, and exhale. Let's find downward dog, and we'll do a lot of pedaling here. And you can bring the feet as wide as the mat, the hands as wide as the mat. Chin to chest, fingers spread. And with your hands, play with all the weight in like the first finger. And then like the second finger, press down through the middle finger. And just play around with feeling the fingers pressing into the earth, each different one. The outside edge of the hand, the inside edge of their hand. Good, gaze to the top of the mat. Let's take our bear walk to the top of the mat. Find your blocks again, bring your hands onto your blocks. Inhale to that half lift, straight legs, straight back. Exhale, bend knees and let your spine just dangle. We'll do this a bunch of times. This actually calms the nervous system. Anytime we work the back side of the body, there's something going on there. And you can even play with this where let's keep the knees bent. And if you can, inhale, straighten the back. And then let the spine go. You can try that a few times. You can also just straighten the legs and work the spine. And we can go back to bend knees, passive spine, and then inhale, straightening spine, straightening legs. Good. Come into your half lift. Maybe walk your feet back a little bit. So you're kind of in this fun little standing table. Heel toe that left foot to the middle of the mat. Inhale, sweep your right leg behind you, flex the foot. Squeeze the glutes, press down through the hands. Move all of your weight into your left hand. And when you're ready, right fingertips towards the ceiling. Ha ha ha. Little balance. Try to find ease. Relax. Lift that leg higher. Beautiful. Foot to the earth, hand to the block. Replace that right foot where the left foot was. More in the middle, I find. Lots of weight through the hands, and then inhale, sweep that left leg up behind. Flex through the foot, work the legs, little squeeze of the glutes. Start to move all the weight into the right hand. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky. Try to open up, expand, trust, relax. Good. Hand to the block, foot to the earth. Walk maybe a little closer up to the top of the mat. Step with your left foot back, and we'll turn to face the long side of the mat. You can use your blocks here, or you can have hands to the earth, whatever works. We'll do a little lateral lunging. Doesn't have to be crazy. Just working the inside leg lines. Bring your heels out more than your pinky toes. Good, and come to center. Arm flow, keep the left hand down. Inhale, sweep your right fingertips to the sky, roll open to the right. And exhale, hand comes down. So you know this one too. So let's do some lovely arm flow, breathing. And when you're balanced on both sides, we will meet. Hands to the blocks, hands to the earth. Heel toe the feet in. We're gonna move into a squat. Everyone's different here. I'm gonna use like a block for this one. So as I squat down, I'm gonna like tuck the block underneath the bum so I can kind of sit on it. Bring the elbows to the inner knees. Root chakra work. Inhale, we'll bring the right fingertips to the sky, left fingertips to the earth. And then exhale, bring back to center. Inhale, other side. What's fun as you're doing this, that one elbow is pressing into the inside of the leg. It's a bit of a low back twist, maybe. Good. So balance on both sides. Hands come to the earth. We'll straighten up those legs. Walk around to face the front of your mat. And you can step your right foot back, come down to table. Big toes are gonna touch. Bring your hips to your heels. You're gonna melt into child's pose, but we'll start to walk to the left. And we'll bend that the right elbow. And bring our forehead onto the forearm. Now I want you to almost press over into the right rib cage, right shoulder. Long breath. Beautiful. Lift the gaze. Let's travel over to that other side. And lift the gaze, come back to center. Child's pose or this, what do we call this one? Oh, it's a good one. Bring your blocks on the first height or the second height right in front of you, and you're gonna plant your elbows right in the middle. You've got space in between for your head. Bring your hands in prayer. All right, let your head dangle through your arms and bring your thumbs to the back of your neck. Breathe into the achy places. Good. Hands can come away from the back of the neck. We'll make our way onto table, and then make our way into seated. Keep those blocks kind of handy. Come to seated, bend the knees, bring the feet onto the mat. This is our new little pigeon shape. So let's cross left ankle on top of right thigh. And you're gonna find, you know, your edge. But we wanna feel it definitely in the left hip. That's the only spot. Stillness or rocking. I like to close my eyes. So this gets stuck. The IT band, the hips, they get stuck, they get fused for years. And that's why sometimes rocking is, you know, a little trick. It's not so intense. I promise you, if you work your hips, the outside edge of your hips and your IT band, I guarantee any low back stuff will improve. Yeah, good thing this isn't a YouTube video. I just guarantee something. So things are feeling pretty good. Can you slide that right heel a little closer? And scooch your heart towards your calf there a bit more. All right, so let's slide that right foot away so we can unwind the legs. Just take a pause here for a moment. And then we'll do that other side. Again, listen to the body. If you can creep in, if you can tuck into yourself a little bit deeper. You know you can do this one on a chair. Good, all right, we'll unhook everything, straighten the legs out. So here's where we get to do our back bend. So why don't we bring our legs as wide as the mat? You know the choices. I've been playing with just this one block variation. So it's like head, neck, and the like top of my shoulders. So you can try that. Or you can do the 2 blocks. So this takes a moment to find the sweet spot. There we go. So for me, the block is like right at the base of the skull almost, just enough to support the head. And then it lands the top of the shoulder blades in between them. You know when someone puts their hands on your shoulders and their thumbs land in that spot? That's where the 2 corners of my block is. It feels amazing. It's released a lot in my back by practicing it this way. So heart is just hanging out, not even supported. It's just sort of using gravity. But find your supported back bend. Lift the chin, feel the collarbones, you know, in the chest, nice and open. Arms kind of besides elbows on the floor. And jaw open, relaxed. Nervous system is quiet, very happy. What percentage of society is burnt out? 100. 95. It doesn't mean you're burnt out now. It means that sometime in your life you experienced burnout. And it takes a lot to heal those adrenal glands again. So life may not be stressful now, but you might have lived through a very stressful time. So anytime we can quiet the nervous system, we're healing the adrenal glands and all the endocrine system, thyroid. So slowly just bend your knees one at a time and then slowly roll off your prop. And just put your prop off to the side. We're going to stretch ourselves long. We're going to walk the heels over to the left. And let's get that right heel right off the mat onto the floor, snugged up against the mat. You feel it on the outside edge of the heel. Bring the arms overhead, a little bit of a stretch, and then wiggle over to the left. Look to the left. And you may want to play with crossing right ankle over left, or I'm really liking left over right. It anchors it down for me. Long breaths. Good, we'll unhook that top ankle, slide upper body back to center, walk the heels back to center, and then let's keep on going and go over that other side. So left heel is off the mat, snugged into the mat. Wiggle over to the right. Decide what ankle's gonna cross over which. Did we confirm that snug is a word? Yes, it is, like snuggle. Is snug? I like it, I'm keeping it. Anything going on the left side of your body has to do with the feminine and has to do with any women in your life, past, present. So let's unhook the ankles very slowly, slide ourselves back to center. And here's where we'll pick up a prop. I'm gonna use the nice soft bolster, and it's a tiny one, kind of like a rolled thick blanket. We'll bend the knees one at a time, and then we'll come into our supported bridge, where we're gonna work the psoas muscle, the most emotional muscle of the body. So behind the sacrum, behind the hips. And I think we will hold behind the left knee, hug that left knee towards chest. Right knee is still bent for a moment. And then whenever you're ready, if you're ready, slide that right leg long. And the key is to make that right leg super heavy and relaxed and soft. And you may notice layers to it. Like you start out, you're like, yeah, it's relaxed, it's good. And then as we hold it, you go, oh wait, there is some tension there. So then you try to relax that layer of tension. This is going to help low backs too. You know, men who have that low back stuff, you could get them to do this. All right, we're going to release the left foot to the earth. Keep the knee bent. Slowly bring that right knee to chest, right? No rushing. We don't want to think the body's under attack or anything. Hugging right knee to chest. And if and when you're ready, straighten out the left leg. Right? And then just notice the quiet tension in that left leg. We're going to work at letting that go. Maybe it means you need to bring the leg a little wider too. Okay, releasing the right knee, both legs are straight. And let your body sort of melt into the shape, right? Even upper body. Just let everything go. Only have people and things in your life that are supportive. Start to pull away from the people and the things that aren't supportive. Maybe you want to reach the arms overhead, just gently. And bringing the arms down if they're overhead. Very slowly bend the knees. Barely any effort. Just enough effort to get the hips up, to get your prop out. Hips to the earth, and stretch yourself. Stretch your legs out long and your arms out from the side. Sighing, exhale. So check in with the physical body now. Did you learn something new about your body? Is it what you thought you knew? And then the mind. Is there a little more space between the thoughts? That's all we're going for. Good, and then we're going to slowly bend a knee, foot on the mat. Slowly bend the other knee, foot on the mat. Kind to yourself, roll to one side and come on up to seated. A comfortable seat. Eyes are still closed. Bring your hands, palms of your hands onto your knees or thighs. Hopefully feeling centered and grounded and peaceful. And we'll bring the hands in prayer and heart center, and this seals up the practice. As we transition into our day, let's think of the 3 things we're grateful for in this moment in time. Now we'll take a breath in, a sigh out. And the eyes can flutter open. Thank you. Thank you so much.